this is my studio. I really want to say hello, like Mrs. Doubtfire did, but so far I have managed to not do that. The fact that I just did that, I was just telling you how much I've wanted to do that. Anyway, hello, it's StaceyJ, and this is my studio. The other week, I asked you guys to tell me what your favourite notion was, or your favourite thing in your sewing room. Now, I have forgotten to get mine, but I'm going to go through them, and I'm going to name the puppies and say who said it. Okay, and but it's an idea for you guys to go, never heard of that, or So what I've tried to do is I've tried to marry it up with what has been said, except for the people that say their overlocker or their sewing machine, etc., etc. Because I don't. I'm just not going to pick one of those up and just bring it here. Anyway, so Julie, not Julie says her own clothes, but Julie H, she says her flamingo duct tape. Slightly jealous right this second to hear you've got duct tape with flamingos on it. But Julie said that it keeps her sewing straight. So I use, because I don't have flamingo tape because I'm not as cool as Julie, I use painter's tape. Okay, the painter's tape actually is, there we go, it focuses when I do that on my face. I got cinematic mode. It doesn't leave a sticky residue and it comes off nice and easy. So if you are sewing something that is not at a particular width that your foot or your faceplate is actually saying, grab some of this. This stuff is just brill, you know, if you're doing something different and fancy. So, or be as cool as Julie and have flamingos on your duct tape. So duct tape doesn't have that leave residual ability. Yeah, that's the word. That was Julie. Now, Deb from DB Designs, those her duck bill scissors. Now, if you don't know what a duck bill scissors is, it's these little suckers. Okay. They're very good for when you do a rolled hem and you get this underneath and you can across them. But that's what Julie likes. They're a bit dusty. I don't use them. But they're for show for me. No, I actually do use them. Just apparently not that often. Enough to dustitize it. Okay, we're going to have word. Everything I have, I'm going to be making a new world. I dare somebody to write them all down and make a list of my new worlds. And they have to have what sort of word it is, a verb or a noun or you know, and what it means. That's funny. This is an awl, AWL, great for a second hand. Okay, so if you're sewing along and you can pull it, I know that by Annie, when she does her bias binding, she does it a real fancy way. You guys should watch it if you don't like bias. She holds it over or holds it down, and it's her extra fingers, because nobody wants one of those needles going up and down your finger before your brain goes, you know what? I think I should stop. There's something hurting me. I have ouchies on my fingers, right? So that is an awl. I have about 4 different ones. Also fantastic for making, just about to make a hole in something that I have here. I'm going to make a hole in something I have here because I can. Right. Because oops. Hope I didn't break that. So I want to put some... there we go. Look at that. It's worked. Well, it kind of worked. So I want to put some double rivets in this, double-sided rivets. So it's good for paking. And what it does is it doesn't break the actual thread. You can go in between it. So if it's in the wrong place, if you just roll it around like that, it takes out that hole. I'll make a hole and then I'll take it away. I think my daughter's home. Okay, and there's the hole. You can see the hole there. There. And if I just go, you have to make the noise. If you don't make the noise, it doesn't work. And then you go like that. And it disappears. It's like I never did it. Okay, so that's an awl. Apparently somebody that was doing some work said, just get the sharp pricky thing, and was told that she has to use the real words for it. Sharp pricky thing works for me. Okay, so that's an all, and that was from Judith P. Okay, now Crafty Tutu said a cutting mat. Now I've got a cutting mat down here. This is only a little bubble one, but this one joins up in the corners. I've got these. I think I've shown you guys before. It's like a jigsaw puzzle. Okay, and you put them in and you join another mat to it. So that's what I do with that. Okay, and then, so that was from, yeah, Crafty Tutu. And then you've got Jane, who says her Kai scissors. Now, Kai scissors are few and far between in this country. I have found a company that does do them, but it's via Australia. But it's New Zealand, but via Australia. I bought these Kai scissors quite a few years back now. And I love them. They are just little. No, I wouldn't cut a pattern out with them, okay? But so sharp, so awesome. And they have got like the slightest grip on the fabric. So there, I've got little bubble ones too. These are really good. I take these in the car when I'm actually doing hand sewing, when I'm waiting for one of my children, so that I don't get sit there wasting time. And that's when I sew buttons on and things like that and hand sew stuff. So normally I go and pick Lily up from work. I get there by 5 o'clock when she's meant to knock off. Well, that's when it closes, but then they have to do all the background stuff. So she comes out about 5:30, but I'd never just shop at 5:30. I'll stop rambling. So that was from Jane. Now, Steph is the buttonhole foot. Steph's favourite pastime is hand sewing. Correct me if I'm wrong. Now, I do have a buttonhole foot, but I sew mine on. I don't know which one. I got a whole bag of, and they were all over the place, so I'm not going to show you. But a buttonhole foot to sew on buttons. I don't think it does the stem buttons, the shaft buttons at all. So, so that's Steph. Mary loves. Oh, I date mine, just so I know when to throw those little suckers out. That's the 16th of the 9th, 22. Guess I haven't thrown that one out. Still really sharp, this one. I do like this one. And it's big. I get to grip it with my hand and get that seam out. That's not meant to be there. Maybe I shouldn't have sewn it there and it wouldn't be there. Whose fault is it really? Mine. So that's the seam ripper. That was from, oh, my book moved. That's from Mary. Now, Patricia, she likes the old rotary cutters. Okay, this is just one of my rotaries. I got 3 45s and I have 128. 128, yeah. I do use a rotary cutter. These are titanium blades. I have a little package that has used blades and then a little package that has new blades. So I never run out, because I don't want to run out, because when you're doing something and just something's not happening and you start losing it, you don't want to run out. So that is my, oh, that's when I changed the blade. I think I didn't update that blade change, or that's when I bought, I don't know when that date is. So that's 2020, so that's a million years ago, and I definitely have changed the blade since then, because these gold ones, these titanium ones, were actually bought separate from my Oloffa. Yeah. So rotary, and that was, like I said, Patricia. Now Jenny, with an I, likes her overlocker. Now, if you guys are scared of your overlocker, or you got one and you don't use it because you're scared of it, tell me in the comments why. It could be a godsend, and I'm right, Jenny. I love my overlocker, and I change those threads within 2 to 5 minutes. Just done. Do not change the gauges down to release the tensioning box. Don't do that. You don't need to do that. And don't re-thread from scratch. Okay, slide. If you want me to show you how I do it, I can get Mr. Christopher to film it so that you guys can see how easy it is, and I'll do it on an industrial and a domestic. Okay, yeah, I might be showing off. I've got a couple of overlookers. I do need to put that room walk through. So that's Jenny and her overlocker. Now, so like Ma, she loves her all. okay, as well. So we've got a couple of alls going on here. And Julie, who sews her own clothes, her favourite thing is her buttonhole opener. Now, I'm going to go with the fact that it's the buttonhole cutter that we've got in this country. I have a buttonhole cutter set. Okay, oops, to my face. There we go. Oh, it doesn't like that, does it? But I do like how it blurs out in the background. I should have done that when my mallard was on the thing all the time. So you normally have a piece of wood. That is one piece. I lent mine to somebody and they didn't tell me that they'd broken it. They just packed it back in there and gave it back to me. Thank you. Won't be sharing things with you anymore. And then you've got the straight cutter. It's just like a chisel, okay? Like I said, my dad's a builder, so I was a builder's daughter. And it's like it's stuck in there. These new nails, just getting used to them. They're a bit cray-cray. Here we go. Okay, so it's like a chisel. There we go. Okay, so that's what it just looks like. A little chisel. And you go into it, and it's really good. It just keeps it so nice and tidy. I mean, I was taught to do it with a buttonhole, with an unpicker. And I've never ever straight through the other end, but this is just a little bit straighter. Speaking of Mr. Christopher, here he comes. He might pop in to say hello. And this, you know how some of your coats have the round hole? This one's the round one at the end, so that goes in the round. Just bang it with a hammer on a piece of wood. Not the broken apple wood, because lucky I got a hunk of 4x2. Okay, so that's Julie. Now Andrea, she also likes her rotary cutter. Okay, so I've got a couple of rotary cutters, got a couple of awls. I'll just pack my little buttonhole thing away. The back thing in the bag, just so I know what it is when I go there. And what do we got? We got a rotary cutter. Now, Lynn's favourite thing is, I'm going to hold it up here so I don't look like I'm looking down, her 1983 Montgomery Ward solid metal mechanical sewing machine. You know what she doesn't like? She does not like her pitter irons. Obviously, she buys pitter irons. Now, if you don't know what pitter means, I'll explain it to you, but it means a pain in the jacksie. Right, so that's what she does not like. Then we've got Nikki. Nikki likes her glass head pins. These are new ones. I haven't pulled these out. Glass head pins. I like glass head pins. Not when I accidentally sew them into the lining and then have to climb back through and get it all, just smash the pin head and pull out the sharp bit. Never done that. Never done that before in my life. So that's what Nikki likes. Lynn loves her beast of a sewing machine, and it's on par with her bodkin. Remember the thing that Chris kept saying, it clips in, it clips in, it clips in? Yep, a little bodkin. They are amazing. Just like a safety pin, but betterer. Betterer. And Judith loves her prime, oh, what's it, prime? Thimble. Now, I have a thimble. Sits on my middle finger. Don't know if you guys have ever had a thimble keeps falling off because your finger's too dry. Wet it, stays on. I think that's a size 16, size 15. I have little fingers. Are very, very good. Actually, I've got her thinking, because I went back and I had some Googling and I looked at what it was, and then I said, well, why don't you try, because she's doing a certain embroidery, I think it is. And it comes in a different style. I said, you know that's got their own thimble. So she did some Googling. You're welcome. So that's what I've had about everybody's favourite. Oh, talk amongst yourselves. I'm just going to go and get one of my favourites. I'll do this favourite first, okay, because this is a new favourite. I purchased these the other day, well, the other month. And one thing I noticed with sewing is your eyesight actually deteriorates a heck of a lot fast. It's got nothing to do with age. Nothing to do with the fact I'm older than I used to be when I first started sewing in my early 20s. Nothing at all to do with that. These, that. These are amazing. This is a needle threader. And they work. Blow me down with a feather. They work. I'm just, you can see me frantically looking, can't you, for I've got some thread. I'll use my little trusty duck bill scissors. Okay, and I'm going to find myself a needle. I have a needle. Oh, the needle's stuck in my coat because I'm just hand sewing that. Hand sewing, Steph. Do I have a needle in here? See, when I went to the eye people, they said, because I've only got reading glasses, so the single lens, and I said I do have trouble sometimes when I unpick black on black, white on white, all that sort of thing. And I said I just shove on a pair of $2 glasses, $2 shop glasses, and he goes, keep doing that. He said, otherwise we have to put you in progressives. And I said, I don't want to wear progressives. I'm not ready to wear progressives. Mum wants me in progressives because I do what she did when I was younger. She would go to a shop, and she was in her 40s, and she'd see something. She goes, oh, how much is this? And I'll look at it and I'll tell her how much it was. And she goes, oh, okay. How much is this? And I'll say, Mum, for the love of God, get your glasses out. Stop asking me how much it is. Now she'll go, because she wears progressives, and she wears glasses all the time, and she now says to me, get your glasses out. Stop asking. I'm just getting even. Just getting even, Mother. I just want to see. I'll just unthread this because it's only a single layer because I'm just sewing on some lace onto the thingo. Right, so this is the needle. Into the trusty machine, head down. It's going to not do it now. No, it's not doing it. It's really good. It just takes 15 pumps. There it goes. It's in there. Didn't take 15 pumps. I was just joking. It's the way I was holding it. And threaded. Just like that. Oops. Just like that. Threaded. Awesome. So I do like that. But that is not my favorite tool. My favorite tool was made by my dad. And I learned how to use one of these when I was first the tailoress in the military camp, just around. And they had a piece of 4x2, 2x4, just a piece of wood. And I Googled a bit more about it, and I said, Dad, I need you to make me one of these. And it's a clapper with the turning point. And he made me a couple. He's made Mum one. And they are absolutely brilliant. You can just take in the steam out of the, once you steam, now a lot of your fabric, it's not about the heat of the fabric because that could burn your lining, but if you have the steam comes out and then you lay your clapper on it, it soaks up the heat and it makes that seam so sharp. It's really, really good. So I love that. And also turning collars and things like that. I lay it flat and I open up the seam on top of this. I did drop it. Oopsie, it's got an ouchie on there. But it hasn't proved to be bad. I just probably get Mr. Christopher to blend that down. But he made me two, and we were going to go into, not like a business with them, but I was going to start a shop and he was going to make them and we were going to sell them. Because they are something that, I don't care if it's a piece of wood, piece of pine, you should have a clapper in your room. Okay. When I first ever learnt, and it's called a clapper. First time I ever was doing it, yeah. You don't need to do that. Just lay it down, and the weight and the absorbs the moisture. It is brilliant. Love it. The fact that Dad made it is special enough, but this is a godsend with some of the fussiest fabrics. Like if you're gonna cover stitch your sleeve, you before I turn it into a sleeve, before it's a tube, I fold up my seam allowance that I want it done, and I put the clapper on it and it holds it. And of course then I open it up and then sew up the sleeve, and then I put it on the cover stitch machine. But it folds that crease. It is fantastic and I love it. That is my thing. That's my favourite thing, because my daddy made it. Okay guys, so I'm going to go now. I have a house full of people now expecting me to show up and talk to them. And I will be there. I think my daughter's come home from school. They're meant to be with their dad, so they're all here tonight. I'm having dinner with me, us, and I will go and leave you to it. Thanks for playing the game and let me know. It's been good, and it's good to get to know all my peeps out there, because it's because you guys get to know me. I like to get to know you too, to know what you guys think, feel, want, all that sort of stuff. Anyway, so I'm going to go. So I'd like you to stay well, stay warm, stay dry, keep cool, and above all, keep on sewing, okay? Thanks again for watching. Don't forget subscribe if you want to see more from me, or subscribe because you think I'm awesome. Tell your friends about me. They might think I'm awesome. They might not. No harm, no foul. Okay, guys, take care. Bye.